crypto. Now, here's a chart that shows the trend of the value of Bitcoin exchange reserve around May 2021 crash. So check this out, right? When this crashed, the indicator sharply rose around May 21 crash, right? As the graph shows, Bitcoin exchange reserves were showing an uptrend since a while before the crash.
Yeah.
After
So
price decline, the indicator mostly moved sideways for months. So basically, that uptrend was exchange reserves, which was people putting Bitcoin into the exchanges, which is a bearish signal, right? And then obviously it headed the other way. I think what we're seeing now is check this out. We're seeing the opposite, right? Bitcoin price was going down, but the amount of Bitcoin flowing into the exchanges was going down as well. People were still hodling. Miguel, what does this scream to you?
So basically, what that screams to me is that this time, unlike in May, right? May Bitcoin price was going up, but a lot more inflows were happening for the exchanges, and then we eventually saw a big crash happen in price action. This time, things are happening the other way around. Price is
Yeah.
coming down, but we're also seeing deposits on the exchanges also coming down. So that means that the shock supply is happening, right? It literally just proves that the price dump was a manipulation tactic. It wasn't, hey, a massive sell off from people just taking massive profits. It was a small group of people that, pushed the price down through
Yeah.
a massive sale. But it's not because these exchanges have a massive overflowing amount of Bitcoin on them, and everybody's just depositing their Bitcoins to sell. So it's a huge bullish indicator telling you that this drop, if we were able to recover from Bitcoin's drop in May, this indicator here is telling me that there is still very good likely chance of a huge pump coming, whether
Yeah.
it happens in May or it happens in January or whatever the time frame might be. But
Yeah.
the fact is, Bitcoin is definitely, in my opinion, and from what I'm seeing on these metrics, not going into a bear market anytime soon.
Yeah, there's a saying that says "swim with the whales," right? And for a lot of reasons, that's a really good thing to do, right? These big money players have these dinner conversations that you and I don't have, right? They know things that you and I don't. So for the most part, that makes a lot of sense. The one thing that I would say, just to be careful of, is that some of these whales also, because they are whales, are able to do things like what we just saw in manipulating these markets and causing other people to get liquidated and causing a downturn to then, guess what, be a whale and scoop all of that back up. So the having your finger on, the temperature of the market, right? Checking that is always important. And that's what we try to give you here at Debate Crypto. We obviously try to give you a good temperature check. We also try to give you, check Miguel's temperature, because sometimes he can be a little, a little hot, little blow off top because he's so Bitcoin maximalish,
Never.
right?
Let me show you something here and why.
He's pulling up his wallet. Folks, spoiler alert, it's just Bitcoin.
I mean, do I need anything else? But no, it's this right here, right? Everyone expecting Bitcoin, when to sell it, when to get out of it, but in reality is you'll never have to sell it when the time
Yeah,
is right.
that's a
So
fact. That's a
you
fact. I agree.
and that's how it is, right? Everyone is so focused on the day to day of, oh, should I sell now? Should I buy now? Is the market going into a bear market? Is it over? Guys, zoom out of what is happening from day to day, right? Because if you live that second to second, that hour chart, watching every single hour, every single candle going up or down red, that's not the way to live, right? That's not the way it is for having financial independence. That's not the way you can stay healthy in these markets. Not the market stay healthy, but you mentally not get mentally fatigued and exit the market at a wrong time because of emotional decisions. When
Now,
the time is
hold on,
right,
hold on
you'll
though.
never have to sell your Bitcoin.
In fairness, though, that also depends on what your strategy looks like. If your strategy, so listen, even when, as Miguel calls it, I was going to panic sell if it dropped below 40, which was my game plan. Even if I did that, right, I still had that hodl portfolio. I still had 20-25% of my portfolio, which still left me with a large reserve if we continue to move forward.